Everybody. Testing, testing. Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Sibona Totive. I'm married into the family. My wife is Julie. Used to be Julie Tunstall, now it's Julie Totive. I'll be speaking on her behalf. Charles Michael Tunstall, aka Mike. The man, the legend, and the man who make all this possible. That's his favorite quote. Every time we have a dinner or something to get together, he always say this, and he pointed to himself. The man who made this possible. Thanks, Mike. You know. When my wife asked me to speak on her behalf, I sat down and tried to think and come out with where do I need to begin with Mike. So the only fair thing is for me is to start from the beginning. How I met Mike, how we go from there, and until now, until next time we meet Mike. So before I met Mike, my wife was warning me about him. There's a lot of things that she warned me about him, but I'm not going to say it because some of those things are not too good. But there's only a few things that I'm going to mention to you guys so you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from with this whole scenario. Number one, you can only allow to drink one soda in his house per day. Two, if he's watching the TV in the living room, you are not allowed to speak or say anything in the living room while he's watching the TV. Number 3, the talkers go in the kitchen. So I broke rule number 1 by drinking all the soda I can in. So just kidding. And Mike loved to, like the Reverend here say, sit in the front porch. He loved his Coors Light. He like smoke a lot, you know. I don't blame him, that's his thing. He loved to do fire in his backyard until I came along. I took over that from him. So right there, him and I is not gonna see eye to eye or some things. Some of those 3 things I just mentioned to you. I do things completely opposite from what Mike is doing in his house. As he's an alpha man in his house, I'm doing my own thing. So there it is. Day's coming. Introduce myself to Mike. I drink the first soda. I got up and go get a second soda. And you should see my wife's face when he saw me coming around the corner. You see the deer light come on. It's like, what? I'm thirsty. So there's nothing wrong with that. So and things start slowly change between the relationship between Mike, myself, as we grow older in family. He slowly get to know who Mike is from the inside and outside. What I mean by that is, somehow, he was still working at the Fort Drum as an LPN. Somehow, somewhere down the road, he asked somebody there that what is the Pacific Islanders are, or who they are, what they do, certain things like that. So I guess he find out that we're not bad people. We just like to eat a lot, but other than that, we're good people. So slowly we build that relationship between Mike and I. So we don't talk a lot, but we see things in deeper version of what we do. So he normally look at me, point certain things, and I say, okay, that's what he mean by that. Take my hat off, or something like that, or tighten my shirt, or something like that. Fast forward to my wedding with Mike. The day after we got married, we had a party behind his house, and we do the reception there and everything like that. So as I was walking into his kitchen, there it is, the man, the legend, and the man who make all this possible. Standing in the kitchen with his best friend, Bill the Rock guy. Right? Did I say his name right? Mm-hmm. And I walked up to the door and said, man, I'm in the wrong spot. So he looked at me and said, my new son-in-law, congratulations. Please take care of my daughter. So I look at him and I said, Mike, I promise to you I will take good care of Julie. And not missing a beat, he reached under the the drawers that he has special drinks and stuff like that. Grab a bottle about this, I don't even know what, but I maybe expired already. Grab the bottle and a Pepsi, open up, mix it together. I got a bigger version of it, and him and Bill Rock got smaller things. So he says, "New son-in-law, welcome to the family," and we toasted. And that's how the version of Special Pepsi come in conversation between me and Mike. So every conversation we have in that kitchen or in the living room or outside, we always talk about Special Pepsi. Special this and that. So it might be all those drinks are expired, but so sports. We only talk a little bit about sport with Mike. He used to love football. I don't know what happened. I think this team was terrible that year or something. I don't know. Then he loves to talk about NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt Sr. is one of his favorite drivers. And he used to talk about that guy from the day he got up until the day he go to bed, nonstop. Until I think he passed away in 2001. Then slowly he kind of lost interest in that field. So, and then I come along. Used to be, I'm a favorite son-in-law now. So we talk about I'm a rugby player. So he don't know anything about rugby, but he pretend like he know about rugby. Then everywhere we go, like station-wise, he always talk about, hey, turn the TV on. The All Blacks against New Zealand or England are playing right now. I say, I know, Mike. We have the same channel right now. So one of the thing we kind of wish I can talk to him a little bit more is when it comes down to cooking. When his wife Jackie's cooking, there's another expression on the quote on that the card that I put it on there. From the scale of 1 to 10, what that means is he eat the food first, just make sure he's not poisoned or anything, and then he look over to us and say from scale to 1 to 10. He's not gonna say the word because I think he don't want his wife to see what the rating is. And he look at it like this. And so I wish I could talk to him, Mike. You don't want to talk trash about the person that cooked the food for you. But that was then. So on his 75th birthday, that was like 3 Sundays ago or something like that. We came down from Pennsylvania. We sat in that same dining room, the kitchen that we had a Special Pepsi moment. I look at him and say, Mike, how do you feel to be 25 again? He look at his wife again. She was walking over there to get a coffee, and he look at me. Excuse me, my sign language. And he look at me like this. I said, man, Mike, what's up with that? And he's just laughing and shaking his head like this. So those are the special moments that it's hard to come by with Mike. Then before we went back home that Sunday, I went over there and gave him a hug. Say, hey, Mike, happy birthday. We'll leave you and your wife alone so he can go put your birthday suit on. So he's like, I'm going in front. 20 seconds later, he come back. So I'm really disappointed at you, Mike. That's the only thing I'm going to say right now is that you know me for as old as Kyle right now. It's 20-something years. And you only know 2 Samoan words. 2. One of them is not a good word, but to me it is because it's funny for him. One is a fa'afafine and fulefufu. Those are the 2 words. I don't know where he get. I think he make the second word up. But the first word is back home where from. We are open to any culture. Fa'afafine means we have quite a few of them in my family. You're a gay person. So he called me all the time. Come here, fa'afafine. Then I respond back with a fulefufu. Like, where are you coming from? I don't know. So this is. I want you guys to vision this. As I say it, when I got a text from my wife on Friday at 10:50 or something like that her dad is gone. I respond back and say I'm on my way to the nursing home. As I got to the bed that Mike was laying at, he was just laying there peaceful and everything. I observed what's going on. I'm that kind of person. I look around and see what's going on. So as I was watching the 4 J's, I don't know if you guys know what 4 J's are: Jackie, Julie, John, and Jill. Sorry, Jill. As I sat there and stood there and by his feet and watched what their reaction is, the 4J, and something hit me. Now, imagine this. Kind of go through with me. Bear with me. Jackie was sitting by his left side head. That's a symbolic of she's now the head of this family. And moving on to the right side shoulder, that's where my wife Julie is sitting on it. She will be the shoulder that everybody will lean on it if it's tough time, good times, or bad times. She always had that shoulder to lean on it, and that's where Julie was sitting at. And then move on to where Johnny was sitting on by his right side, where his hand, the right hand side. That is because John he's always going to be his right hand man, his firstborn, and the things that he never done it in his life, now his older son or his firstborn is taken over from him. Now cross over to where the baby of the family, which sit right across from John, which is the left side, which happened to be Mike's left hand. He's also a left hand. That she always going to be the baby of the family, and she always going to have that hand to lend to help people out if somebody need help. And she always going to be the favorite of the family. And there I was, standing by Mike's feet. So that's a symbolic means, as a military soldier, we are the foot soldier, so to speak. As an outsider looking in, that is a symbol to me that I will hold this family together. We'll keep you guys together, and that's later on down my speech. I want to talk to you guys about this, and it's something that it was like, wow, it just hit me. I didn't rehearse it. It's just something that came through to me. Maybe my dad up there said, "Hey, earn some cool point with the family." So before I go, Mike, move on to Jill. I make this promise to you in '97 when I marry your daughter, Julie. I promise to you that I will take good care of her. And 2020, here we are. I'll make you another promise, Mike. I will take good care of you or the family, Julie, the grandkids, and your wife. And we might have to move her in Pennsylvania with me, but that's okay. Sorry, Flanagan family. And I know you're still around, Mike. I know you're still here because you are that type of guy who wants to make sure everything is going smooth and everybody's being taken care of before you go. You're the last one out the door, you're the first one in the door. You're the first one in, you're the last one out. So I want you to understand, like that fish toy that you and your wife gave it to us for our first Christmas gift. You know that fish?
Oh, Billy Bass.
Yeah,
The plaque.
yeah, said, don't worry, be happy. Well, guess what, Mike? Don't worry, be happy. We'll be fine.
Oh my God.
I'll take good care of your family for you. And Aaliyah and the rest of my kids, I want you guys to what we normally do when we drive by a cemetery.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Papa. And thank you so much for being a good grandfather to my kids, and thank you for a good dad to your the 4 J's, and being a good husband to your wife. And you're a good dude, man. You're all right with me. We'll see you another word. And by the way, I answered the question for the Reverend here. What you guys talk about up there? It's not talking about God. It's talking about my dad with his big ass belly. Thank you.